What's up, everybody? This is Travis with the Cobra Crew Gaming Podcast. I got my co-host with me today, Zach and Ducky. And well, with every episode, we start off with what games we are playing this week. So I'll let Zach or Ducky go first.
Take the reins on that. Yeah, so I was playing Rust just like last week, but I actually didn't have a whole lot of time to play this week, so kind of still working on that series that I was planning on making. It was a little rough this week. I think the first week I died 20 to 30 times in a matter of maybe 4 hours. It's quite frustrating. Changed down to a little bit of a lower pop. So the one I was on was 200 people on it active, and that's at 4 o'clock in the morning. So switched to a little bit less popular 100 people, and that's really the only game I've been playing. But I feel like I've gotten some pretty good content this week for you guys in the future.
Ducky and I actually got a chance to see some of the content before we started the podcast.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Didn't kill one person in them.
No.
A couple times death, but you know.
There was a dying by a bear and a lot of swearing.
Fucking bears. Well, there's a stupid stump behind me. I'm backing up, shooting this damn bear with my bow, and just being a total Rambo badass, and I get stuck on a fucking log.
Rambo ran into a rock.
And then he ate me.
How about you?
Yes, he
How
did.
about you, Ducky? What have you been playing? I think we all know.
I've been playing some Overwatch. Not a lot of Overwatch. I've been working on editing a video of Overwatch from my stream last week, and I was playing with Travis and Santos. And yeah, I haven't had a ton of time to play. I've been pretty busy all week, but I'll be streaming again. I'll be streaming by the time this comes out. I'll probably be streaming that morning and Saturday morning. I'm busy Sunday, so
Fun.
we'll see.
So I'll go with me. I've been playing Overwatch 2, just like Ducky. I've been playing quite a bit. I'm getting ready for Modern Warfare 2 2022. Prepping myself for that. So next episode, I'm probably be talking about that quite a bit with the campaign. But yeah, Overwatch 2 has been my thing so far. I'm enjoying it. I didn't enjoy the first Overwatch as much as I am enjoying the second one. It's the same game, but I'm putting a lot of time into it, and I'm making a quick little highlight video of who I've been using and whatnot. But that's really it. That's all I got.
Yeah, I've found the game to be a lot more enjoyable with friends. The solo queue experience for me, and from what I've noticed from a lot of people, it's been bad. It's
What did you call me earlier?
Wait. You mean playing with friends is more fun?
Dude, it's when I play with Travis and Santos, I had so much more fun. I was playing by myself and I was slamming the desk and just it's so frustrating playing with people who don't know their roles.
Ducky called me crazy earlier because I was playing role queue by myself.
Yeah, I can't do it. Who do you main, Travis? Who have you been maining this week?
Well, so I was using Soldier 76 and Junkrat, but I actually switched it up. So I'm actually using a healer and I'm using Mora.
I was using I think her name's Orisa for a tank.
Oh yeah.
And then for damage I mostly used Reaper, I think. And I used Ashe once. I actually really liked Ashe. She was really cool.
Yeah.
But Zach, we got to get you playing that game at least once before Call of Duty comes out.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it this weekend. I'll have more time. We were supposed to play Overwatch all together on Sunday, and let's just say we got a little smashed. And I'll tell the story about that real quick. So my parents, a while back, I was at their house, and every time I go there, they give me some. I don't know. Hoping you didn't hear that.
Oh my
Something
God.
in my throat. I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, anyway, I'm sorry.
How did
it was just such a funny noise.
How did
I don't know.
pick that up?
Must have been louder than I thought.
sounded like a frog getting stepped on.
So every time I go to my parents' house, they
Uh,
send something home with me, whether it be clothes or some old. One time they sent me a bunch of old drawings I made when I was probably like 8 years old. They all sucked ass. Threw them away. But well, last time I was there, they gave me this bottle of wine so that somebody made for them. I said, "Yeah, it's just a couple years old." Well, I drank probably 3/4 of that bottle on Saturday night, and I realized that the date on it was not 2021, it was 2012 from when I graduated
Ouch.
high school.
ugh.
Ugh.
When you smelled it, it smelled like rubbing alcohol. It tasted really good, but yeah, the next morning I was like, man, I swear all I had was beer. Like, what the fuck? Like, why am I so hungover today? Because I didn't wake up till like 8, 10 o'clock, and I was like, oh, that freaking wine. Oh,
Yeah, wine
yeah,
will do that to you. It's a different drunk, that's for sure.
yeah. So this weekend I'm just cleaning my garage, so I shouldn't be getting too hammered.
No,
Yeah.
a couple beers.
Yeah. So we will play it together this
Perfect.
weekend.
So I'm just gonna do it. So this episode, it's basically we were kind of debating on what we want an episode to be about this week. We had a couple ideas, and just because this week was a little slow and there's really nothing new coming out, besides other things that are gonna pop up a little later, we'll talk about. I'll say Resident Evil, Silent Hill, but so basically we're gonna talk about games that we wanted really, really bad that we were super excited for, but really disappointed us. So that's basically what we're going to talk about for the next 15, 20 minutes. Maybe not that. I don't know. I don't make the rules.
Is that what the
See what
schedule
happens.
says?
The
There's no
schedule
schedule,
says.
bitch.
Yeah.
Travis, you go first.
Me?
Yeah,
Oh,
you.
There.
all right. So my first game is Black Ops Cold War.
That's the newest one, right?
Yeah.
It's a good
So
one.
basically, I was just excited for this game because, I mean, it's Black Ops. You can't go wrong with Black Ops. The first and the second Black Ops were outstanding. I liked the third one. Some of us didn't, but I liked it. And I liked the fourth one with Blackout mode because I thought Blackout mode didn't get enough credit. I thought that Battle Royale was a lot of fun. I think that's kind of why you see Warzone 2.0 kind of doing some of the same things it did. Um, but with Cold War, I was kind of expecting more because of the Cold War. I was expecting more Black Ops One style gameplay with, you know, it delivered in zombies. Don't let me trick you guys. Zombies was awesome. It was different, but it was really good. But the gameplay just felt really arcadey, and it's not what I was looking for. I was looking for something a little slower paced, being in that set in time, you know. But
You
yeah,
wanted
so
Medal of Honor 1.
yeah, I just wanted to slow down a little bit because Warzone was getting to that point where it was just getting quick, and I'm just like, man, you guys had this game so perfect, and now it's just not the same. So I'm like, oh, new Call of Duty's come out, great, and it was horrible. So that was probably my biggest letdown until Battlefield 2042. That's my second one. Battlefield 2042. I hyped everybody up on this game.
I was
All
so
I
excited.
all I talked about was Battlefield 2042. I made first impressions of the first trailer video on our YouTube, and I mean, I'm telling you guys, I was beyond excited. All I talked about to anybody was Battlefield 2042. Battlefield 2042. Beta came out. The beta played magnificently, smooth, felt good. It felt like Battlefield. And so after the beta ended, I'm like, man, I can't wait for this game. If the beta was that good, the game's got to be amazing. Game came out and it was the most glitchiest, broken first person, unsmooth gameplay game I've ever in my entire life played. I'd rather play other games that are made by one person, which actually games like that usually are pretty good. Honest with you guys, but that game let me down. Battlefield 2042. I hate you. I hate you.
I will say, so yeah, he hyped it up a shit ton. I honestly wasn't looking forward to it that much. Um, I haven't looked forward to a Battlefield game since Battlefield 3 and 4. Battlefield 1, that would be one of my games that let me down. Um, I just don't like the old style guns and riding on horses and shit like that. It just wasn't fun to me. I like the old Battlefield where you're taking the choppers, destroying buildings, capturing objectives. Um,
Uh,
that was my
I
shit.
think that's why I was so excited for 2042 because we didn't get that with Battlefield 5. It was still, based,
World War II.
World War II. So there
Right.
weren't really, there weren't really much aircraft vehicles and all that to go. And on top of that, destruction was terrible. No, you couldn't take an entire building down. And one of the things 2042 said, it was like, we're going to make sure everything is destructible. And it's not. It's not even near. And then aircraft and everything else is boring. But with Battlefield 1 with the horses, yeah, I agree with the horse thing because the horses were absolutely stupid. They're
I loved them.
overpowered. They're overpowered. I mean, you
I
shoot a
loved
horse in
them.
real life a couple of times, that horse is falling to the ground. One of the cool things about Battlefield 1, that's when they introduced like when a train would come into that jungle map and you hop on a train and fucking tear people up with the turret. Or even when the train went through that desert map, I'm trying to remember these maps, but it's been so long. You could tear people up on that. That was cool. That was a different aspect to the game. But
It was used as a uh, the way for the opposing team to try and catch a break and
right,
try and
yeah,
come back and win.
yeah,
Yeah, I thought that was cool too.
yeah. I thought that was cool. But then they abandoned that when Battlefield 5 came out, and I like Battlefield 5 to be honest with you
It's
guys.
okay.
I thought the game played very very well. I did not mind that game. I just wanted more from that game. I guess I could say.
Yeah, it
So
was okay. It was okay. I wanted something modern because we
Yeah,
just got done Battlefield 1 and it's okay. Yeah, World War 1 was cool, but I want something modern. I want to go back to grenade launcher on the bottom of my gun and, you know,
right.
RPGs and
right.
it was okay, but
I think
I
something that they've kind of lost me in Battlefield, and it just doesn't. It feels like every game you're just thrown into a game that's already been being played. It's not like where Call of Duty does it right. It's every game is fresh, pretty much. You might get thrown in games every here and there, but Battlefield, it just doesn't seem lately in all the games that it's been that way. It's been more of you just get thrown into a game. I'll just go get some kills. Oh, my team's doing shit. I'll switch to the other team.
Right.
Um,
I
that
just
kind of
don't
shit
feel
is
like the
just
teamwork is the same either. Like I don't feel like
yeah.
squads pushed together
no.
like they did back in the day. There was something I was gonna say too about that, but now I forgot. Dang it.
I think it's the aspect of let's just keep getting more and more people in one single game. I think they need to slow down, go back to their
Cause yeah,
Battlefield 3 and stuff. I think they're
yeah.
just inviting too many people to play in one game, and it's making it this just huge map that you just, "Oh, I'm just gonna go shoot some guns at people for a while and then get bored and jump off."
Yeah.
Well, they were trying to do that with this game because now they have. So I've only played the beta and I've seen some gameplay. I haven't played it myself, but they have like sectors, right? So instead of like they have A flag, B flag, all the way to G flag. Now there's like A1, A2, A3. So
Yeah.
they said, okay, we have all these people. Why don't we make the map bigger and we'll have sectors so that way there's more for people to do in these sectors.
Right.
But
And
then sometimes there's no one else in the sector except for you
yeah.
and one other person. You got to run 10 minutes to find
And
someone.
that's another problem is that it's like everywhere you go, there's like no cover anywhere. Like I'm running through a desert. Like why do I want to what apparently they're fixing that with the update tomorrow. They're giving a lot
We'll
of
see.
cover to a lot of the maps. They actually showed pictures and videos, I believe videos of like what they're putting out there. But it's like if that doesn't fix the gameplay, what is there? What else is there that needs to be fixed? And personally, I feel like aiming and all that and the movement of your characters, it's all wrong. I think it's broken.
Yeah, I'll probably pick it up on like Black Friday or during the Steam sale or something, but I'm not gonna get a full price. Now
Yeah.
that all the shit that people have been saying about it.
Yeah, and I plan on rebuying it, or not rebuying because I already have it. But I mean, I would love to re-download it, but I'd re-download it to play with you guys. But that's it. It's a waste. The biggest waste of I think I paid $80 of my life, maybe 100. I can't remember. So that's
That's not a low price.
yeah, it's not at all.
Well, brand new games now are coming out at 70.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah,
yeah,
like almost every AAA title now is coming out at $70.
My goodness.
sir. So how about you, Ducky? You go. How about you?
Uh,
You tell us what your biggest disappointment was.
the one I have is, and it's kind of changed. It was a big disappointment when it first came out. Elder Scrolls Online. Uh, I was so excited.
Right up my alley.
Zach's tired. He's
You
yawning. He's
guys,
ready to go to
you
bed.
guys are always
Motherfucker,
Elder
it's not even
Scrolls.
8 o'clock. Shut your
I'm
mouth.
laughing because
Uh,
as soon as you said Elder Scrolls, I'm like, here we go. It's always
listen,
an Elder Scrolls game.
listen. So when they announced Elder Scrolls Online, everyone is expecting Skyrim with more people and friends and playing online.
Yeah,
And what they gave us just doesn't even feel like
Not
Elder
a
Scrolls.
MMO, you fucks.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah. That game sucked. Every,
I'll
uh,
say
every. I don't know. Just go ahead. Go ahead.
so. I was lucky enough, privileged, honored to be able to play the beta for ESO, and let's just say that beta took me. Oh man, I bet you it's 4 hours just to load in. Uh, it was terrible, but then I got in there. I'm like, okay, sweet. I'm in the Elder Scrolls world, and I'm running around. I'm like, okay, this is really cool. But the questing, like the heart of every Elder Scrolls game is the quest lines and the interactions, the different ways
Yeah,
you can manipulate the world, per se, and all the different. Basically, there's no limits. But in ESO, that's all there was limits. Like, just every function of that game was just wrong right off the bat.
yeah,
Uh, they did. I had a couple months where I dove back into it, and I got pretty heavy into it. But that was when they came out with the Skyrim update, or not
yeah.
Skyrim, Morrowind update,
Yeah, we played it for a while. It was 2 years ago, maybe, where we
something
kind of
like
got
that.
into it
you
again.
guys tried
But
so hard to get me to play that with you
Yeah,
guys.
but it the same thing as when it first came out. You play so long, and it's just the same thing over and over again. And leveling up is so slow
and
that
there's nothing you can do different. Like you do a quest, you can't choose a different option to really change how things work out, or you can't go to a
right.
different faction and do this. It's just I don't know. It's very static.
And half the time you go to somebody and to kill a boss or something, and there's like 20 people there sitting there killing the boss, and
Yeah.
uh, you can't get enough hit markers on them to even like make it count. So you sit there for a half hour and like, oh come on, please let me try to fight this guy.
Yeah.
So it just stupid.
Yeah, that game fell real quick for me. I bought it. I actually pre-ordered it, bought it. I played it for like 4 or 5 hours. Every mission I did, it was extremely boring and stale. I felt like I was just doing missions for nothing. Like I gained nothing from doing these missions. Fought my first boss, hated it, and then I never played it again.
That and there's also no like customization with your character. I always played Nord. Well, as a Nord, sometimes I like to play with a single-handed weapon. Sometimes I like to play with a double-handed weapon. Sometimes I like to look more towards archery or being a mage. But in Elder Scrolls Online, if you were Nord and you didn't use a two-handed weapon, you were fucked. I mean, just
They've
because it gave you so much bonuses that you had to use it.
they've
Yeah.
changed it quite a bit now, where you can be, I guess, yeah, Nord. You still can't be really magic because that's not what they're made for. But
Yeah, not really.
I mean, they kind of kept it with the storyline of what each faction and whatnot is good at. Um, but I get your point. Yeah, it's not like all or Skyrim or anything like that where you can pretty much do anything and take
Yeah,
any
you
path you want.
Yeah, you get leveled up depending on what you use.
Yeah, that's pretty stale. So was that your only game, Ducky? Was that the
That's
only
that's
game
the only
you?
game I have. That's the only game I have written down. Yeah, I'll try and think while Zach talks. I know he's probably has like 15.
Zach looks like he has a lot on his mind right now.
I have one in particular that
I'm ready
was a big
for it.
one. Anthem.
Oh.
So Anthem, they hyped it up as this huge game. You could do all this cool shit, fly around the map and with jetpacks, and quite honestly, when I first started
10-year
playing it,
game.
what's that?
They said it was going to be a 10-year plus game.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
10
Yeah.
that's
year,
right.
the
Yeah.
10-year plan.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
mean the 10-week plan?
yeah. So when I first got on it, like it was a really popular game. Everybody was playing it. It was a lot of fun.
It was.
All the mechanics were awesome,
Yeah.
and all the different shit you could do. The enemies were really hard, like getting up into higher difficulties. But then you got to end game, and when you got to end game, it was like, there you go, long pause, silence, nothing, no end game whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's just stupid as hell. And obviously, a lot of the listeners, they probably know already that Anthem died. Uh, they literally, I think it was 6 or 7 months into the game, said they were going to stop supporting the game. They weren't making any new content for it because it went from probably thousands of people playing it, maybe hundreds of thousands, to 1,000 people on at a time.
Yeah.
It just died.
There's still a couple people playing it now, actually.
I
Yeah,
tried.
It's on Game
We couldn't
Pass.
even find
Yeah.
a third person to join the world.
Oh, that's gross. Yeah, like
Yeah.
a couple months ago, me and my one of my cousins tried because he bought it. He bought it at Five Below, but he bought it. Yeah, we tried. We got a couple people here and there, but yeah, it's just the same old boring shit. That game, no. Oh my god, what a huge
It could have been so much
disappointment.
fun.
Oh, it could have
It
been.
had a lot of potential, and like the idea behind it is really cool, and the fact that you can choose between 3 different like suits
I thought the
and it,
customization was really good too.
yeah, and they
Yeah.
all felt great. Like the suit felt heavy, like especially when you were coming out of water, it
Yeah.
felt so cool. But
It was such a
it,
pretty game.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it was just the same mission, basically the same mission over and over and over again, and there's no story to it.
Yeah. It sucks because that you would love to see games, especially like Anthem, blow up and still be around, kind of like Destiny. Uh, but instead we get Destiny, not Anthem. I would rather have Anthem, to be honest. I enjoyed Anthem more than I
Oh,
enjoyed Destiny. Same. But Zach's down
Uh-oh.
there. Zach.
oh,
Yeah, you don't want to say that.
Zach has a
oh.
different. But,
Destiny is one of the best games that's come out in the last 10 years.
oh my
Yeah,
god.
Hands down.
whatever happened to their 10-year plan? Oh, yeah, that's right. They released a second game.
Yeah, they
Updated
released a
game.
second game and then they're
Updated.
like, "Hey guys, you've got all this cool loot. Well, fuck it, and fuck you too."
Yeah,
Literally, what
but
Destiny Bungie did. Literally,
they had, so I'll say the first Destiny, and this is not a disappointing game whatsoever. First Destiny, great story. When they came out with expansion and stuff, the stories kind of got stale. But when they brought in Destiny 2, and now they're having the story's gotten so good. It's so immerse, and the newest one that they're going to be coming out, which is called Lightbringer or something like that, or Dawn of the Light. I don't know. I can't
Taken
remember.
King.
No, but they've done so much. Like the storytelling is fantastic, and they finally like are revamping all the subclasses, which has a lot of people playing it again.
Look, wow, Zach.
Um,
God damn, do we need
Sorry
to
for
start
the
doing this podcast earlier in
yawns.
the day?
I'm an old man, dude.
You're old.
I even woke up later
wait,
today.
You're old. I found out today that I have shingles. I'm only 32.
Yeah, so you probably fucking slept all
I
day.
have fucking shingles, and I'm 32. Anyways,
At
you're
this
not.
point, if the viewers should know anything, this kid's sick about every other week, so
Pretty
he's so
much.
used to it right now. He just it's normal.
I'm just flowing through life now as a man who used to be healthy but is now sick.
Body slowly crumbling.
Yeah, pretty much. It's horrible.
Yeah, I would say that was my biggest disappointment.
Yeah, it was it was. I think we played it for probably 2 or 3 weeks, and then we were done with it.
Oh, and I was gonna mention too about Anthem. It's funny you brought that up because so after they announced that they weren't doing anything with it anymore, every copy that GameStop had, they either threw them out in the garbage or they gave them away for free, and they were literally just $60. So it's like,
Insane.
holy crap! I can't tell you guys how many Anthem copies of games that I just handed out to people
The
because we were just gonna
BioWare
toss them out.
BioWare fucked up a lot of stuff. Like not only with that game, but I remember when Mass Effect Andromeda came out, it was the buggiest game you've ever seen in your life. I mean, it was buggier than Battlefield. It had like people's eyes were popping out of their skulls, their faces were melting. I tried playing it a couple years after it got released, and I'd be running, and then all of a sudden my guy would be running sideways. And then eventually he would correct himself, but he'd be running sideways for about a minute. It's like
Sounds pretty realistic for you.
Yeah.
it's been 2 years and you
Do you
guys
think
still
that
can't
game was
fix your
buggier?
game.
Do you think that was buggier than Cyberpunk?
Oh boy.
Yeah, by far.
Do we have
Yeah,
the Rochambeau?
probably.
I was able to do all of Cyberpunk and not really have many issues.
Yeah, Mass Effect, and even 2 years later, Mass Effect Andromeda had a lot of game breaking issues.
All I had
It was
in
pretty rough.
Cyberpunk were issues. Which I'm glad we're talking about Cyberpunk. Have you guys watched the anime on Netflix yet?
Don't
Didn't know they
watch
had
anime.
one.
It's out. I watched the first 4 or 5 episodes, and it's actually not bad.
I'm not a nerd. I don't watch that shit.
Well,
As we're doing a podcast
yeah.
about games.
Zach might wanna.
You're on the wrong one, buddy. You gonna go do fantasy football or something? Or
I literally have like in my back corner is just all anime stuff.
I don't
And
really
Star
watch
Wars
anime,
and
but
the
I did
Joker and
start
Battle.
watching that Resident Evil Raccoon City anime, and that I was actually really getting into that.
What is that on?
Netflix.
Maybe I forgot about it, or maybe I already watched it.
It was really good. I haven't finished it, but it was really good. A lot better than the movie that they made. What was that?
Oh, what
The
Resident
cartoon
Evil?
movie or the live action movie?
The Raccoon City one, yeah, that they just did.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that, so I can't.
It was.
say.
I thought it was good, but
They
could
should,
have been a
I
lot
don't think
better.
they should have mended the stories together. They should have kept them separate.
They
And
could have made that too.
Leon looks like a fucking dork.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
completely changed his story.
They disrespected Leon pretty nasty. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't gonna lie. But yeah, that's that. Yeah, those are all great disappointing games. Every single one of those, and I'm sure there's more out there. And if any of you, any listeners on Spotify or YouTube or whatever we're posting this on, if you have any games that you want us to talk about what games you were most excited for and totally disappointed you, let us know, because I would like to know what your thoughts are on maybe what we talked about, or what games had you most interested to play and then totally let you down.
That even includes the last 10 years of Madden.
Yeah. That counts too. Every Madden has been terrible progressively.
There was a couple that they seemed like they're going in the right direction,
Yeah.
and then it continued to
The
be
QB
game that
Vision one.
just completely revolves around Ultimate Team.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't like to focus on anything else except for Ultimate Team. And
Yeah,
I think their Ultimate Team is shit too. I don't think
that's
really
their
think
bread
it's
and
that good.
butter.
I once spent way too much money on Ultimate Team,
Serge used to spend
and
a lot of money on
I still sucked ass.
that.
I think MLB The Show does like that kind of stuff the best. There's so much free content in it
Yeah.
that it's just
You don't have to spend
it's very
$1,000
nice.
to get a one player.
Yeah,
And
and the menu system is so much easier to go through too. I have such a hard time getting through the Madden Ultimate Team UI.
Hey,
I never know what to do.
real quick, can I ask you guys a question?
No.
What are your thoughts on I like it personally for some games, but what about battle passes? How do you guys
I'm
feel? I mean, give me a short description. I mean, I enjoy it because it gives me something to work for. Okay. But
Depends
my
on the
biggest
game.
problem, yeah, it does. You're right. Like with me, mine right currently is Fortnite. Maybe Overwatch I might, and mine was also Rocket League because you guys knew I was obsessed with Rocket League for the longest time. But um I kind of enjoy it, but my biggest pet peeve or my issue is that I buy too many of them and I don't finish some of them. So I'm basically saying I kind of wish more battle passes were like how Halo Infinite does theirs, where you can go back to it later on. And Zach sneezed.
Sorry.
If anybody was wondering,
that noise.
Zach, you should be on the
Oh,
podcast more
jeez.
often when you're tired. You're making weird noises.
You need to get a mute button. Like I have a little cough button over
You
here.
would have
Nah,
pressed
they
the
wanna
mute
hear it.
button or something, and shit would have
I
started
would hit it
falling.
anyway.
But yeah,
Yeah. So a battle pass. I think the best battle passes that I've ever played were Rainbow Six Siege. I think they packed
really.
enough content in there, and there if you even if you didn't pay for the battle pass, there's enough free stuff in there where you did good. And then at the end of the season, if you wanted to pay the $20, go for it. But
Anybody watching, Zach's shaking his head right now.
shut your goddamn
Anybody
mouth.
who's not watching, Zach is shaking his head.
You're a fool.
Yeah.
No, Fortnite. As much as I hate to say it,
Yeah.
Fortnite hands down has. I mean,
Best.
basically they created it essentially.
Yeah, almost.
And theirs was spot on. Like you actually earned, I don't know. Yeah, there's
Actually, you
skins.
earn currency too, which was pretty
Yeah.
sweet. You rebuy
I mean, you
the
do.
battle pass, but we all know damn well we didn't save that currency because we always bought a new emote
Right.
or a skin.
That was the thing is you could earn enough in their battle pass that you could pay for the next one.
Yeah.
Whereas, and the reason I laugh at you, Ducky, for Siege is we never finished one Siege battle pass.
I think we finished one of them.
The
maybe
absolute
two.
grind for that battle pass,
It's rough, but
ridiculous.
yeah,
I mean, we
it's
played what, probably 500 games and maybe got to like 60 out of 100.
yeah, it can be rough. But I don't know. I just I didn't play Fortnite much, so I don't really remember much of their battle pass. But yeah, I don't know. I really like Siege's battle pass. I don't remember how Halo's is because I haven't played the new Halo a ton because there's like no content for
Halos
it.
isn't that bad to be honest, and the fact that you can go back to it, I mean, how can you complain? You're actually
Yeah.
getting your money's worth, over time. Yeah, I mean, if you didn't finish it, you're not going to get that skin, but you can always go back to it.
Here's one for you.
What's that?
Destiny.
What's good?
Whereas it's really not a battle pass. It's just built in seasons. So like as you progress through this battle pass, you get extra XP every so often, and you get, I think that, and then you get like exotic Ingrams where you have a chance to get all any one of the exotics except for the stupid fucking mythic class that you have to do a raid and have a 0.01% chance of getting it. Oh, frustration.
I'm over with Destiny, but yeah, they did their battle pass isn't bad. I personally think Fortnite is the best, and then I would say that considering how many battle passes I've gone through, I would probably say Call of Duty had second best. They do things right. They give you a lot of cool shit. They give you a lot of cool skins, and the last skin is always the coolest. But they give you shit. I like it. But yeah, I just thought I'd ask you guys because I was talking about it with one of my brothers earlier, and he was saying that he wished Overwatch would go back to loot boxes instead
I
of
think
having
they
a
should.
battle pass. I thought so too because when I first started playing, I'm like, "Man, where's my loot box?" But then I read and seen that they got rid of them for the battle pass. I would rather
can
have a
do
loot
both.
box. Yeah, they could have a loot box within the battle pass.
Yeah, they can do both.
Yeah.
It's just like in Siege, you would unlock packs in the battle pass. Like why
Yeah.
not just do both?
Isn't that what Call of Duty does?
I'm not sure.
I don't
Thought they
know.
had like boxes or something that you.
No, I know every once in a while in the store, like if you go to the store, they'll give you
That's
a
the
free
black
item.
market.
Yeah, they'll give you a free item though, which is cool because you get a free item. Sometimes they give you two, but um, but yeah, I don't know. That's the only thing that I kind of wanted to bring up because we're playing Overwatch 2, and I don't know. I was wondering, like, what would you think? Loot boxes, or would you like if they matched them both together? That
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, I'd like them both together. I was actually thinking about the loot boxes in Overwatch today too. I was like, I don't think there's loot boxes in
yeah,
Overwatch.
yeah. I was
Sitting there in my M&M van, just thinking, why isn't there loot boxes in Overwatch 2?
yeah. So yeah, I just thought I'd bring it up because I mean, I think it'd be a good topic, for anybody to think about. Well, what the hell happened to loot boxes? They were great, and it opened up and it felt so cool, kind of like Apex. Apex did that, Zach. That's what we were thinking.
Yeah. Yep.
Apex
That's
did
what I was
that.
thinking of.
Yeah, Apex, you could do it through the game pad or the game, and then you could unlock boxes done. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, they did it pretty good. But their battle passes are awful still.
So, battle passes and whatnot set aside. Uh, we need to get to big trending news.
Da, da, da.
All right.
Silent Hill.
News.
It's perfect because Halloween's coming up.
Yeah.
And I think just for a little teaser, we're gonna do a Halloween episode. I don't know if it'll be the next one or would it be the following next one probably.
It would be the next one.
Are we getting
So
dressed up for
Yes.
this?
On the 28th. No.
I'll get dressed up.
I
I'm
could
getting
wear
dressed
something.
up.
Ah, fuck.
I'm getting
We'll
dressed
see.
up.
We'll see.
Halloween's my
When you
favorite time of
watch
the year.
I did just get a costume in today. A
Yeah,
nice
see?
Jedi costume. I'm gonna
As
be a
long
Jedi.
as long as
be
it's
a
not
fat
muffling.
Jedi.
Yeah. Whoa. If it's not mumbling your voice, then we should totally do it. That'd be great.
Yeah, I'm not wearing a
No.
mask.
I don't
No.
want to.
I'm getting
But-
dressed up.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, look forward to a Halloween episode next week. I think we're going to talk about our favorite horror games. Maybe we can even throw in some clips of us playing horror games. And I'm a huge pussy, so
Me too.
that could be fun.
I think one of the games I want to play is Phasmophobia.
I thought you were going to say Dead by Daylight. I'm like,
No, that game's not scary enough.
it's very fun, but yeah, it can be scary.
It can
But-
be. So.
So maybe, yeah. So big news, Silent Hill. It's been teased all week. They've been giving out. And sorry to steal your spotlight on news, Ducky, but
No,
that's
that's
just
okay.
the
Go
one thing
ahead.
I want to talk about. So Silent Hill 2 has been confirmed, and it is being remade. The Silent Hill franchise I thought was fantastic, and I was pretty bummed when they put a halt on the one that was
T.
going to have.
Norman Reedus was
Yeah,
supposed
Yeah,
to be?
Norman
PT.
Reedus.
Yeah, PT, which was probably one of the scariest games I've ever played in my life.
Yeah, and so it's being remade.
So it
it's
is
actually
PT? Or is it Silent Hill
No.
2?
No, it's Silent,
Silent
Hill
Hill
2.
2.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah, and it's trending on Twitter as the number 2 or 3 item, which is pretty huge. Video games don't tend to trend that high on Twitter unless it's like Call of Duty or something.
Sick.
So pretty excited about that.
Can't
That's
wait.
yeah.
So-
that one.
In order for you to play that, Zach, though, you're gonna need a PS5.
What?
It's
I didn't
only
read
coming out
that.
on PS5
Well, that's fucked.
because Konami. Yeah,
well,
it
Silent
it's
Hill
a
bubble got
it's a
blown up
Sony
real
company.
quick.
Luckily for you, Zach, I should have a PS5 by then. If you'd like to play it,
Well,
Good.
we
I mean,
all do have
I-
PCs, and maybe we'll get lucky, and they'll end up being on Steam one day, or
maybe.
even Epic app.
So they announced Silent Hill 2, the remake. They also announced a Silent Hill movie, and they
It already
also
had 2, right?
Yeah, we had 2.
I don't.
There was 2.
Is
I've watched
Was
both
it?
of them.
I've never
They're
seen
pretty good.
Yeah, I liked them.
The one was 3D. I know that. I know the big pyramid head coming down at you.
Oh, I don't think I watched them. And then there's another Silent Hill game set in the 1960s Japan.
Ooh. So Fatal
Interesting.
Frame.
A lot like Fatal Frame, yeah.
That'd be sweet.
Oh
Fatal
God,
Frame
Fatal Frame.
was. Oh, I
I haven't
loved
heard that
Oh,
Fatal.
name in forever.
I
one
loved
thing I
Fatal
wanna
Frame.
one thing I want to push in there just about the Silent Hill movies. I hope they do it in 3D because if you don't know, Silent Hill has a lot to do with ashes raining from the sky all the
Yeah.
time. When I went to it in theaters, they had it 3D, and when you were looking at the screen, all you saw was like ash particles falling down in front of you and stuff,
Oh,
like
that's
throughout the
cool.
whole movie. It was the
That's cool
coolest
as hell.
experience.
Hmm.
Oh, I hope they do that. That'd be so fucking cool. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Oh god. So what?
Yeah. Go ahead,
Well,
Travis.
no, go ahead. Just kidding.
Just imagining, he's just
Jesus.
imagining it.
I'm at a loss for words right now. I'm so excited.
So the other games that are trending are it's just kind of been all the same. You know, GTA 5, Overwatch 2, Valorant, League of Legends, Apex,
Where's
for
Overwatch at?
number 3. Well, number 2 technically.
Okay.
Just chatting is always number 1 on Twitch because
Yeah.
it's just people talking. But
Yeah.
we don't count that. Yes, technically they're number 2. They're behind GTA 5 by about 2,000. So
Not bad.
and actually, Dead by Daylight is creeping up there now too, since it's almost Halloween. A lot more people watching Dead by Daylight,
Yeah, and
obviously.
that Resident Evil DLC didn't come out too long ago there. So that makes sense.
Wasn't that
Yeah.
quite some time ago?
No, they had another one with Albert Wesker, Ada,
Oh,
and Rebecca Chambers.
Oh, cool.
gotcha.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I
I
actually
haven't played it
bought
so
it.
long.
Yeah, that's why we gotta play it. I've been waiting for you guys. Have it
I'll
downloaded.
download it.
Download that shit. It's on Game
I
Pass,
got it
but you don't have
downloaded.
it. Oh
I
wait,
actually think I
you
do have
own
it.
it. I think you bought it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
bought it for PC.
yeah,
Should we just jump into news right away then?
yeah. Jump
Let's
in.
do it.
Okay. So I'll just say there's been a lot of drama going on the internet for the last few weeks involving not only Twitch. I don't know. Did you guys see what happened at TwitchCon a few weeks ago?
No.
All right, I'll just go over it quick. So they had this foam pit, right? Remember American Gladiators, where there'd be two people like giant Q-tips fighting each other over a pit?
Mm-hmm.
They had that at TwitchCon. These two girls were fighting each other. The one girl won. She is a famous actress of
Porn star.
and she raised, so Zach knows the story. She
I heard it
raised
today.
her hands in the air, all happy, and then she jumped and landed on her butt. But
No.
what she didn't realize is that the foam was only about a foot deep, probably not even that. She broke her back in 2 places.
Oh my god.
She ruptured her bladder.
Oh my god.
Like, she got fucked up. And I
Did,
guess a bunch of other people hurt their ankles and
did you hear
wrists.
what they said about her
I
afterwards?
thought they were gonna say she
I
popped a
I was
butt
reading a
plant or
lot of
something.
stuff. Yeah, I was reading a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they're
She even
saying
said
like,
something.
well, she's used to getting her back blown out.
Oh my
All that
god.
shit.
She just had surgery the other day, and she said she mentioned her bladder, and she said, "I guess that means no more squirting for me for a
Oh
while."
my god. Dude, the internet always wins.
Right?
The internet
Uh,
always wins.
so then I'll just kind of gloss over the whole Rooster Teeth thing. Rooster Teeth has been going through some shit again over over mistreatment of some of their workers. Um, that's the big thing. It's literally been going on. We're recording this on Wednesday, the 19th. This has been going on since last Friday, and every day there's something new with what something has to say. That's all I'm gonna say because we could literally do a whole episode. I could do a whole episode on that. I'm a big fan of
Yeah.
Rooster Teeth and Achievement
Same.
Hunter, and it's honestly kind of upsetting everything that's been going on and the
Yeah.
way that they've been treating their people and everything that's been coming out the last like 3 or 4 years.
Fucked up.
Anyway, do you guys remember G4 TV?
Yep.
Did you guys know that it came back?
Yeah.
Yep. Didn't watch it.
Well,
I
it's
think we
shutting down.
talked about that in a
It
pilot episode.
we might have, yeah. It shut down the other day.
Oh yeah. Then I think I even called that it would shut down again.
Yeah, well, it doesn't help. The one of the girls that were doing X Play, she didn't like the way people were talking about her I don't remember the whole context, but in her rant that she did, she said, if you don't like it, don't watch it. And so
Oh,
people didn't watch it.
I'll get shut
And
down.
and a lot of times they would bring up
now
like
she has
political
no
things
job.
too. No one's watching fucking X Play for political shit,
Watching it for
you
video
know?
games.
Yeah, it was a lot of nonsense. And
Bunch of
yeah, they're
crap.
shut down, and it seems like a lot of the head people don't even care. Like they don't care about all the people, all the lower end people that lost all their jobs. It's it's very weird. Uh Travis obviously knows this because he's ready for it. The Modern Warfare 2 campaign is out on the 20th, which is, by the time this comes out, it would be yesterday. So if you're listening to this and you have Modern Warfare 2 pre-ordered, download the campaign.
You can pre-order or you can install it right now if you have it pre-ordered on Blizzard and on an Xbox and PS5. I don't know about Steam, but you can
So,
pre-install right now.
so if you're listening to this, you could have installed it 2 days ago. What the fuck were you doing?
No.
Right.
You couldn't install it until about, I think it was like 3 p.m. today, because I checked this morning, and then I had checked around 3 or 2, and it let me download it. So go
So two
pre-install
days
it.
from when we released this.
Yeah, pretty much. You're right. So pre-install that
Dumbass.
shit and then beat that campaign so you can hop on multiplayer.
God.
Oh no, I'm good. Keep going, Wolf man.
So Gotham Knights is coming out October 25th, which is Tuesday.
You guys
So
plan on
Aaron's
getting
interested.
that?
No, hell no.
Why not? Does it look bad?
Uh, well, first of all, if I was going to get it, it would be because there's couch co-op, so I could play with my fiance.
Yeah.
But there isn't. So then I was like,
Oh,
oh, okay. Do you know what? Fine, I'll buy 2 copies. I'll still play with my fiance. Oh, guess what? You can only play it if we both have Xbox Series X's or S's.
it's
So her
only
X,
on Xbox?
yeah, it's only on Xbox
Um,
Series X and S and PS5, and I'm guessing PC. But you can't play with other people
so there's no
unless
crossplay,
there's no
no
crossplay and there's
cross-platform.
no cross-platform, no cross-gen.
Oh my god,
So
what the
like
hell
it's
were they
just kind of,
thinking?
and
Oh,
I
didn't I see like for Xbox the fastest it could run was what 30 frames
yeah,
per second,
yeah, it's
and
stuck at 30
PC it's
FPS.
gonna be enormous download, like
Really?
enormous,
That's
Yeah,
gross.
and gonna require like really high end computers.
yeah, I love comic books. I love Batman. I love the Arkham games. I love the Spider-Man games. I love all that shit. In fact, you might be able to see Batman back there behind me somewhere. I think he's right there. I think that's him. Because that's Brainiac. I can see his tentacles. Uh,
Fuck.
but shut up. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I heard the combat wasn't that good,
Huh.
and it's just something I was excited, and when they announced all the co-op stuff, I kind of lost interest that I'm
Yeah,
not
that
gonna be able to play
sucks.
it with my fiance.
Yeah, I've lost interest now. Thanks, Duck. Thank you.
You're
I'll,
welcome.
I'll do the next news thing.
Go for it.
So if my wife is listening to this, she'll be real excited. Sims 5 is in production.
Sims 5.
It's been all over Twitter. Uh, it's been a long time since they released a new Sims game, and yeah, it's coming. And I
It,
know
and it looks
my
different
wife
too.
is, yeah, and my wife's a huge Sims fan, so
My fiance loves Sims.
She's gonna be on your gaming PC, or you're gonna have to buy her a gaming PC.
she's got an Xbox One.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Oh,
that.
don't play Sims on Xbox.
Yeah, you gotta
Oh,
play on a mousey keyboard.
so
Can't play
bad.
it on my PC.
Tell her to get a laptop.
Oh
Oh, don't let her play
shit.
it on Xbox. It's so bad on Xbox.
That's how
That's
I
cool
started
though.
playing
I
that
might
up north of
actually
my
play that.
cabin.
Really? I've always played it back in the day on PC. Way back in the day.
Mine was always on Xbox up north at the cabin. No internet, so it's just
You and
playing through
your
it.
every girl you liked from high school living in the same neighborhood, and you marry every single one of them.
God, you could
Also,
name them.
since they've now started production on Sims 5, Sims 4 is now free. So if you ever want to play Sims 4 but didn't want to pay for it, It's free to play.
Pretty sure I bought that for Caitlin.
And now it's free.
Fuck
Uh,
me.
Netflix is launching a new game studio with the former boss of the first Overwatch. I don't know. Have you guys played any Netflix games? I think you have to play them on
Young.
your phone.
I didn't
Yeah.
know they had games.
They have
Yeah, they
those
have games.
interactive TV shows too.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that like what Black Box or Black Box?
No, no, no. But there's I don't know. It's not very fun.
Hmm.
I don't know. Guess we'll find out.
Zach, you sent me a text yesterday saying Witcher 4 will be released in 2025 at the soonest.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
guess
it's a bummer.
I'm guessing that'll be their next game, unless they release Cyberpunk 2 in between it. But
It's just sad. I want it earlier. That's 3 years away, and that's at the soonest. So it's probably not going to actually release until 2026.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see.
Or it'll be in November. Like all the best games come out in November.
And Microsoft has laid off 1,000 employees in anticipation for a recession. So hopefully that doesn't hurt them too bad in the future, especially with all these games that they're making that's supposed to be coming out in the next year.
Lay off everybody who's at Infinity Ward right now. Or not
Now it'll
Infinity
be
Ward.
2027 for Witcher.
Everybody who's doing or oh my god, 414. What the hell is the studio called?
343.
343. God, jeez. Fire everybody there because they're fucking up. But that's all I gotta say. I can talk
Yeah, they're
about
not
that
doing
for
a
a
good
while
job.
too.
They're not doing a good job.
Damn fools. But yeah. So is that all the news you got for us, Duck?
That's all I got, big boy.
All right. Well, I guess with that, we'll end the episode. Guys, look forward to next week's episode, Halloween episode, hopefully. If not, you'll have to wait and find out. So with that, we are go ahead, Zach. What?
I was just gonna say, where can you find us?
Oh, I was gonna let you do that. So we are the Cobra Crew Gaming Podcast, and I'll let Zach tell you guys where you can find us, listen, watch, all those platforms. But go ahead, Zach.
Yes, you can find us on Spotify, which I must say, I listened to the episode last week and it sounded really good. So, really excited to be on Spotify. Check us out there. Also, YouTube. If you're watching this, you already know this. We're on YouTube. And you can also find us on Discord. We have a gaming community on there. We're working it out to kind of make it expand and let's play games together, you know? I don't think we're not on Apple yet, right?
No, not yet.
I don't think so.
Not yet,
We'll get
but
there eventually.
we will
I had a couple
eventually.
people ask me about it. We'll see
And
how
then
it
one other
goes.
thing is I am working on a website so that you can find all of our links to all of our platforms all in one spot. Hopefully have that out in the next week or two. What I miss?
That's it.
Oh,
I think
Twitter.
that was it.
Twitter
Twitter. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
we
watch
have
us on
a Twitter.
and
Nothing's been
Twitch,
posted on
of
it
course. I'm Wisco Sugar Cube.
Yep, I'm IX Hype Zombie XI.
yet. I'm Ducky the Viking.
But yeah, cool, Zach. Good job. That was perfect. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. And if you're
And
watching
rate 5 stars.
yeah, if you're on Spotify, give us 5-star rating if you enjoyed, or give us a 1. I don't know, give us whatever you want. But don't forget to hit that bell button, especially if you enjoy it, because then when we do put up new episodes, you'll get notified. Same with YouTube. Subscribe, like, and that's it. We are the Cobra Crew Gaming Podcast, and deuces. Peace out, guys
See you guys.
and
Bye.
ladies and